Okay, so we learned already how to make Collaborate visible in your little toolbar here. So now we're going to learn how to create a session. Before we begin, I want to point out you can search for sessions that somebody else created in a specific time frame. You can search it by name, etc., etc. Right now we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to hit Create Session. Now let's name our session Test Session 1. Course. All users registered in your course can attend, or all users registered in courses that you teach can attend. So let's say course for this one. I just want this specific class to attend, but say I wanted all my classes to attend for some reason, I'd hit shared. So primary course, additional courses, we're not going to worry about that. The date, typically Blackboard will try to schedule a Collaborate to the next 30-minute interval. So if you're starting to create one at 1:10, it'll schedule at 1:30. If you're starting at 1:35, it'll schedule it to start at 2. You can change this. For our purposes, 12:30 to 1:30 work. Now make sure you remember, it will not start a Collaborate session after the time that you have it set to start for has passed. So for example, if I set this for 12:30 and I leave to go get a cup of coffee and I come back and it's 12:31, Blackboard is not going to let me start. So make sure that you're fairly quick when you're setting your times. Early session entry, 15 minutes. That just means your students can enter 15 minutes early. You can switch this between 0, 15, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour, depending on what you like. Recording mode, manual. We don't really need to worry about that. Max simultaneous talkers. If you want your students to talk with you, you can. If you don't, you can limit it. Max cameras, 6. Again, if you want your students to use webcams, they can have 6 on at one time. Supervised, yes or no, depending on whether or not you want to read your students' private chat messages, rather. I'm going to select I do. All permissions. All participants have full permissions. If you're collaborating with another teacher, you might want to do this. In this case, we're going to be collaborating with students. So I'm going to not allow them to have all permissions. Raise hand on entry. That just means a student join, or a little icon saying a student's raised his hand will pop up when he joins. I don't really care, so I'm not going to select that. Allow in-session invites. That's important if you want to add someone in the middle of the session. So I'm going to keep that. Hide names and recordings. If you want to record it, it'd be courteous of you to hide the names of your students. You don't have to, but just keep that in mind. You can integrate this with the Grade Center, so if a student shows up and does work, they'll be counted as points. I'm not going to grade this one. I'm just going to assume that the student's showing up, and it's like a lecture. So then you're going to find and hit Submit. And then that little purple arrow, you're going to hit that. And normally it'll take a few seconds for that to pop up. Or you can hit Launch Session right away. So I'm going to hit Keep, and it's going to download. Now I'm in Google Chrome, and this process changes slightly for other browsers. We'll go into that a little later. So I'm going to hit Join. It'll bring up Java. And you need to have Java installed on your computer for this to work, where it verifies the application, and it takes a few seconds for Blackboard Collaborate to actually open up. I have a dual screen, so you can't actually see it opening. Right now, it's connected, and voila, this is what it looks like. So I'm the moderator. Other students will join if need be. I can invite, do a bunch of stuff. We'll get into what you can specifically do in Collaborate a little later. So happy trails, and thanks for watching.